President Biden used his third appearance before the United Nations General Assembly on Tuesday to defend the UN Charter. He challenged his global audience to do the same at what he called an inflection point in history. The president spoke at a time when many are questioning the UN's relevance. After all, it's been powerless to end Russian aggression, to slow climate change, or to address the needs and grievances of developing countries. Biden was the only leader of the 5 permanent Security Council members who even showed up to give a speech, contributing to the sense of a world adrift. Biden had 3 main messages for the chamber and for the world. First, the United Nations must defend its charter. Biden was most forceful when he spoke to countries sitting on the fence on Ukraine. Certain principles are sacrosanct, he insisted. Chief among these are sovereignty, territorial integrity, and human rights. If you allow Ukraine to be carved up, he asked, will you or any other country be secure? He appealed to his listeners also to defend the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which turned 75 this year. These rights are part of our shared humanity, he stated. Second, the United States is committed to updating global institutions. Biden repeated his call to break the gridlock on UN Security Council reform. He also called for transformational change at the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund to enhance the representation of developing countries and to rescue the Sustainable Development Goals. Both initiatives will be well received in the so-called Global South, whose citizens have felt spurned by the wealthy world. The president touted America's many partnerships to counter global threats, from the Summit for Democracy to a brand new Partnership for Atlantic Cooperation. But he insisted that none of these are about containing any country. The United States is not interested in decoupling from China, he insisted, but in de-risking that relationship. Third, climate action cannot be delayed. The world must take steps to prevent further catastrophic warming and the many disasters it's already leaving in its wake. The world is getting a glimpse, he said, of what awaits us if we fail to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. The president celebrated several historic U.S. achievements, including the largest ever global investment to combat the climate crisis. At the same time, he omitted any mention of surging U.S. investment in global oil and gas exploration, which threatens to cancel out so much of this good work. A lot of questions lingered after Biden's stirring words, but the one that most likely loomed foremost in the minds of his global listeners is the following. How can we be confident that it will be you who's speaking to us again in 2 years, rather than another U.S. president who once again turns his back on the world?